Hi guys, Random Cat here, and we're doing part 3 of Steins Gate today. Where we left off was in an elevator, pretty close to meeting an important character, I believe. As we step out of the elevator, I bump into someone. Quickly grab the person's shoulder to keep them from falling. I'm sorry. And it's Kurisu. How is she alive? This girl, and I recognize her. Why is her hair more orangey? You... Impossible. Chills run down my spine. I stare at her face in disbelief. I saw this girl just 3 hours ago. And she was dead. Makise Kurisu. Is there something wrong? Kurisu frowns and tries to back away. But I don't let go of her shoulder. My grip tightens. Ow. You should be dead. Why are you here? And you're even... There isn't a single bloodstain on her clothes, and they're the same ones she was wearing when I found her. Only a serious wound could have produced that much blood. Yet, as far as I can tell, she's completely uninjured. Not a scratch. Hey, that hurts. Let me go. Oh, punched. Kurisu pushes me away. Then she shoots me a wary glare. It's interesting that she's alive. Ah, that's how you can open the phone with the mouse. I realize that I'm gaping in disbelief. What's wrong with you? You're okay. But that's impossible. Somebody stabbed you. I saw you lying in a pool of blood. That again. Daru interrupts. Wait, there's something strange about what he just said. What do you mean, again? You sent me that email like a week ago, right? I sent you an email? Don't be ridiculous, I saw her dead just 3 hours ago. Oh, poor Kurisu. Just getting talked about while she's just there. You know, that message was kind of weird. It was dated a week after I got it. Which means it came from the future. It came from the future? Sounds like something you read on the internet, Daru. It's rare for you to talk about such ridiculous... Oh, well, that's pretty weird. The date was definitely a week later. It came from So it came from today. Daru pulls out his phone and shows it to me. He's right, the email was sent from my phone. He received it on the 21st at 12:56. And it was received a week... That's bizarre. It was split into 3 mails. Someone stabbed Makise Kurisu. Don't. Why did I send such a short message in 3 parts? And it looked like the 3rd email got cut off. I do recognize the content though. This is the email I sent you 3 hours ago. But I sent 1 email, not 3, and there should be more text. Did Daru really get this a week ago? Interesting. Suddenly, Kurisu is standing next to me, peering intently at the screen of Daru's phone. Oh right, the email's not important. Well, maybe it is, but not right now. The real question is, why is she still alive? Is she an illusion? No? An evil spirit? Am I haunted? No, but Dadu can see her. I don't believe in such unscientific dribble. I am a mad or scientist. God. I timidly reach out for Kurisu's face. My fingertips stroke her hair. Feels silky, quite the cuticles. Substance. She has substance. Of course she's not a ghost. How silly of me. Uh-oh. Awkward. Awkward. Poor guy. I poke Kurisu's cheek with... Oh my god. Such softness. Dead bodies don't feel like this. Not that I've ever touched one. Hey. Wait a minute. We already touched when I bumped into her coming out of the elevator. I grabbed her shoulder before being pushed away. And I still doubted that she had substance. That's just proof of how confused I am. If she's alive, then what did I see back at Radican? What was that scream I heard? Were they hallucinations just like that mass disappearance? That's right, she was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wound. Oh, God. This requires further investigation. I grabbed the hem of her blouse. Oh, it's like... Go! Why? 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 Are you trying to get arrested? Oh my god. I just want to know the truth. Stare straight back at Kurisu as she trembles with anger and lift her brows a little higher. Oh my god. What truth, you perv, you stupid. Wanna die? She pushes my hand away. Louise Chan's favorite line for... Who is Louise Chan? The main heroine of the anime, the familiar of Ten, a tsundere. Her voice actress is the queen of tsundere. Sugimiya Rie. I bet you this is probably some joke and that's the character who plays the voice actor, maybe? Dadu shouts something silly, but I ignore him and press Kurisu. I know what I saw. No way did you just see my under... What? Kurisu's face turns bright when she firmly pulls her brows down. No, you fool, not that. Earlier this afternoon, after Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, somebody killed Makise Kurisu and left her in a pool of blood. I carefully explain everything that I saw. Wait. Dr. Nakabachi? What are you talking about, Dr. Nakabachi's presentation was cancelled. Cancelled? Yeah, because of the satellite crash. Something's wrong. Our stories aren't matching. It's the same thing that happened right after I saw the mass disappearance. Mayuri's story didn't match mine. I need to know. Am I caught in some sinister plot? Is this another organization conspiracy? Excuse me, my name is Yoin Kyoma. Oh my god. Really, man? You're hopeless. Yoin-san. I'd like to hear your story in more detail. Looks like she finally understands I'm not lying. But I still don't understand why my memories don't match everybody else's. I doubt that I can give her a good explanation. Just then, an older man steps out of the assembly hall.
Makise-san, そろそろ時間ですし、始めましょう.
So that's a professor. Alright, thanks. Kurisu glances at me one more time, then sighs and heads towards the small conference room. We should go too. Go where? To hear the lecture, Da. Ah, that. They were going to a lecture. I guess he did get distracted by seeing somebody that should technically be dead. Daru follows after Kurisu. Did she come to attend a lecture too? Strange. Why would the girl genius Makise Kurisu need to attend a lecture like this? Unless... Okay, my guess was a bit off. Unless she was holding the lecture, of course. the girl genius didn't come to attend the lecture. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to hear me speak today. She's the one giving the lecture. Japan's famous girl genius Makise Kurisu, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. According to Daru, she turned 18 a few days ago. I first heard about her when Daru pointed her out in a gossip magazine article. That's when he told me that she was going to be a guest at ATF. I'd forgotten all about it. My first time giving a lecture like this. So, please forgive me if I'm a little nervous. The audience is pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but there are a couple of professors. And Kurisu just gave me a sharp look. What did I do? Well, aside from grabbing her and trying to look under her shirt and molesting her, when I return her stare, she quickly averts her eyes. I don't care if she's a genius or whatever, I still don't like her. She may have these people fooled with her timid girl act, but I learned at Radican how cunning and aggressive she really is. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct. Also, this clapping. Holy hell. This is interesting. For today's lecture, I've been asked to speak on the subject of time travel. It's not really my area of expertise, but I'll try my best. Time travel. Let me start by saying that time travel is an absurd concept. Objection. Every member of the audience, not just Kurisu, is startled by my interruption. Perhaps I'm being slightly rude here, but I'm not one to just sit and listen to some genius girl's drivel. It's presumptuous for you to claim that time travel is absurd. Okay. He is pretty foolish. Smart? Sitting at my side, Daru throws me a small salute. ATF starts approaching, probably to kick me out. Perhaps I got too carried away. Okay, it's fine, I guess. It'd be easier to talk in a discussion format. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrain from escorting me out. She sounds a little pissed, but let's not mind that. But before that, please let's listen to my thoughts on the subject. So, scientists have proposed many theoretical models of time travel, but there are 11 in particular that bear mentioning. What are the major theories of time travel? I have heard about the cosmic string theory, at least. The 11 theories. Newton star theory, black hole theory, light speed theory, tachyon theory, wormhole theory, exotic matter theory, cosmic string theory, quantum gravity theory, cesium laser theory, elementary particle ring and lasers theory, Dirac antiparticle theory. 11. Okay. Not bad. Perhaps Makise Kurisu is a worthy rival after all. However, all of these models are purely theoretical. Well, technically, any theory can be proven to be true or false once the technology catches up to the theories. Some of them even contradict each other. Well, what if someone comes up? Well, that's possible too. A 12th model of a theory, of course. Right, well. It could be contradicted by the 13th model now, couldn't it? Damn, she twisted my question and used it against me. Touché, genius girl. Suddenly I feel eyes on me. Some puffed up professors are giving me hard looks from across the room. So there's not that many people in her thing. I mean, there's more than Dr. Nakabachi. Maybe I got too carried away. I don't want to risk losing my credit. I should back off for now. But you're not going to because you're an idiot. But, by the way, time travel to the future is available to us right now according to Einstein's theory of relativity. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You can read that. As awesome as it is, I don't want to drag my video on too long today. Unfortunately. For example, let's say someone here were to go to Haneda Airport and board a plane headed to Okinawa. That person would be about 100 million of a second farther into the future than I am. Which is funny, because I often make a joke that I am ahead of people in the future because of my time zone compared to them, but I don't think that has to do with the theory of relativity. But what does that mean? According to the special theory of relativity, time moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light. For example, if you could run at near the speed of light, you could reach a point where time only moves half as fast for you. If you were to keep running at that speed for 24 hours, 48 hours would elapse in the rest of the world. Meaning you would jump one day in the future. Understand? Hyo-in Kyoma. Ga. Why are you singling me out? I'm doing my best to hold back, but it looks like Makise Kurisu wants to pick a fight. I wish that she hadn't said that name in front of so many people. It's too great a risk to let others know my true name. But that's not really time travel, is it? Now Professor calmly makes an objection. True, Makise Kurisu's example isn't strictly time travel per se, but I never expected an older man, a professor at that, to refuse an 18-year-old girl. And that sounds very pedophilic. Awkward. Maybe he's just testing the genius girl's resilience. Yes, you're right. The genius girl readily concedes that point. The point. If she were a normal 18-year-old girl, it would be impossible for her to be this calm in front of all these people. A normal 18-year-old girl would panic when refuted by such a distinguished-looking professor. And yet, Makise Kurisu, giving off an aura of gutsiness that says, I can take this guy on. It's interesting. Then what about the past? Going to the past. Oh, jeez. Going to the past is possible right now. Take a look at the sky at night. You can see light from tens of thousands of years ago, can't you? That's not time travel either. This time it's a nearby student who projects. Well, I was just getting started. Was it just me, or did Kurisu look a little nervous just now? Let's say we wanted to make a time machine, a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need? The best candidate for this are cosmic strings and wormholes. Although, technically, I don't think anybody's still been able to make a wormhole. And string theory is not 100% proven yet. Cosmic string is a string-shaped crevice with extreme mass. A string-shaped crevice? That must be how they enter our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist? Crevice is as wide as an element particle and at least as long as the diameter of a galaxy. Ah yeah, and then, of course, they go side to side. Has immense mass so that it distorts space-time. If you were to travel through that distortion, you can make a full circle around the string in less than 360 degrees. In short, you can do something resembling a warp. This is called a space-time angular deficit. When you pass through an area of angular deficit, transit time becomes 0. Now we apply this to a cosmic string moving at near light speed. According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slower for the cosmic string in relation to its surrounding. Therefore, passing through the area of angular deficit would cause the transit time to become negative instead of 0. In other words, you will arrive in the past after transit. If you use 2 cosmic strings, you can do a deficit jump. If you loop back to the original location, you can return to the same time you started revolving. And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic string. By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as superstrings. Superstrings in physics are theory. Interesting. I really haven't looked at a lot of them. Now then, you need 3 things in order to travel to the past with cosmic strings. First, the cosmic strings themselves. 2 strings, to be exact, by the way. They are hypothesized to exist only where the universe was first formed, so they might be a little hard to find. Second, you would need the energy required to make them move. To make them move them at near light speed. Oh my god. How much energy do you think you'd need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way to the near the speed of light? Pretty sure it's a little more than 121 gigawatts, which is a joke about Back to the Future. This earns a few chuckles from the audience. Third, you need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic strings and returning, with the time traveler alive, of course. What do you think, Hyo-in-san? Care to take on the challenge of cosmic strings time theory? Like that's even possible. Why the hell is she addressing me? I wasn't even the one who jeered this time, but I think it's something to do with the fact that you have an email that you sent today, and Daru got it a week ago. Looks like Hyo-in-san doesn't want to take the challenge. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little more realistic than cosmic strings. By the way, Hyo-in-san, do you know what wormholes are? No, don't ask me. I'm trying to hold back here, since I've been challenged, so I can't leave the questions unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right? Yeah, that's correct. Although, I don't know, are wormholes proven? I mean, there's a lot of talk about people saying that black holes, there's no proof that they exist. Wormholes are different, of course, but I sigh inwardly in relief. But from what I understand, there's a hole on one side and a hole on another side, and it connects almost instantaneously to the other side. There are two wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, transit time through the hole is 0. So if I had a hole over there and a hole here, I could literally put my hand through there and it would be on the other side instantaneously. But I know there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens. So we need something to negate the effect of gravity. So-called exotic matter has a substance with negative mass which repulses other matter. Negative mass, huh? Is it something that floats if you leave it on the ground? That would be kind of cool. Maybe not, I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. Kurisu raises her right fist. Say that the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist. In order to pass through, you need something that could oppose my fist grasping force so that I can't squish it anymore. Kurisu opens her fist. If you stabilize the tunnel with exotic matter, instantaneous time travel between wormholes becomes possible. To travel through time, however, takes a little more effort. For example, it's to say that a wormhole entrance here in Akihabara and the exit is in Los Angeles. That's not technically time travel though if you step through there to there, unless the wormhole is in the past. Although, first we send the wormhole in LA all the way to the end of the universe at near the speed of light, and once it's there we yank it back to LA. How? That sounds crazy. According to the special theory of relativity, time slows for objects moving at the speed of light. Meaning the hole that returned to LA would be further in the past than the Akihabara hole. So now if Hyo-in-san jumped into the wormhole, he would arrive in LA several years before he left. However, this still can't be called true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called Urashima effect. I'm guessing that's designed by. In special relativity, a phenomena originating from the fact that time slows down as an object approaches the speed of light. For example, imagine that an astronaut travels to a nearby star and back at close to the speed of light. This trip might take a few years from the astronaut's perspective, but he would return to Earth to find that thousands of years passed in his absence. And that's kind of... The important part is to return to Akihabara from LA through the wormhole once more, since the transit time is 0. So, in that theory, that means that you could go into the past, then come back, and you'd still be in the past, technically. Hyo-in-san will return to Akihabara several years in the past, and time travel is complete. The prerequisites for wormhole travel are simpler than the ones for cosmic string travel. First, the wormhole itself. They may exist somewhere in the universe, but nobody has seen one. So technically, at the moment, it's a theory, and we haven't seen them exist, but theoretically speaking, from what we know of science, they could exist. Secondly, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at near light speed. Third, exotic matter, which by the way has not been confirmed to exist, same as wormholes. So implementation of either one would require a ridiculous amount of effort. Now do you see what I meant when I said that time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are all just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time machine. That is my answer. Isn't there anything simpler, like something you can pull out of a drawer and just use or something? I'm afraid not. Firm declaration. This is the limit of modern physics. Can't say how much changed in 10 years though. And it hasn't changed in I think it's been 7 years since this was made. Besides, even if someone did overcome the logistical requirements that may be other factors that prevent time travel from working. And that's because fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality, scientific and principle that states that every event has a cause, and is by that cause that an effect is produced. The theory of relativity is founded upon this principle. However, quantum physicists have observed micro-scale phenomena that do not appear to obey the principles of causality. So, has not been solved. You mean time paradoxes and conservation of mass. The mass of the entire universe is constant. If a time machine traveled from the future to the past, there would suddenly be the extra mass of the time machine and its pilot in the past. I remember reading a book, not a terribly reputable book, but still, that such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. It didn't say what kind of danger, though. If you think that conservation of mass applies to macro systems like the universe of micro systems like atoms or elementary particles, you're mistaken. What? Is that true? She's laughing at my reaction. That little... God, how mortifying. Conservation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. It doesn't hold in modern physics at all. Something can come from nothing. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Then what is the problem? Time paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox. Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestors before you're born. As long as this paradox goes unsolved, time travel can never be realized. Never. What if you just don't kill them? But you can't think of it like a sci-fi movie. It's not just about your family tree. There are far greater dangers than that. Really, it doesn't seem that dangerous. Any paradox, no matter how small, would cause the total collapse of causality, relativity, and every other physical law in existence. Paradoxes are nothing more than thought experiments. They cannot occur in reality, and they should not. Nothing that has even a 0.0000001% chance of causing a paradox can happen. The universe won't allow it to happen. Wouldn't you say this is the logical conclusion? Although, technically speaking, it is our belief that that's the case. If time travel did exist, there's nothing to say that you changing things in the past would remove you from existence or anything along those lines. There may be loopholes like parallel worlds or the self-consistency principle, but those seem too much like fantasy for me to accept. I grind my teeth. When I see Makise Kurisu looking at me with her composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to concede. Makise Kurisu truly is a genius. But she's not exactly a genius. She's just stating what we currently know about how time travel could not work. That doesn't mean that she's smart or a genius or anything. It just means that she's knowledgeable. Anyway, I ended up listening to all of Kurisu's lecture at ATF. After the 2 time travel theories she introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with an equal eloquence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was an impressive lecture, so impressive that you wouldn't think it was an 18-year-old's first time. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasm. She's got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Leaving that aside, I saw Makise Kurisu dead. That's an interesting point. And that's an interesting point I'll be leaving this episode on. So guys, thanks for watching today. Sorry I'm a bit still got a bit of a sore throat. Hopefully it will be a bit better by tomorrow, but we'll see how I go. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you. Ooh. Thank you for watching.